Mr. President, Senate Concurrent Resolution 17 would proclaim April 2018 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month. This is part of a national campaign to raise public awareness about sexual assault and educate communities and individuals on how to prevent sexual violence. We bring this resolution forward every year to bring attention to the problem of sexual violence in Alaska. And we've heard from the Council on the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault and received a letter from the Alaska Women's Lobby in support of this resolution. And I know you guys are probably getting tired of me bringing this forward every year, but we actually tried to put it in statute, and the various advocacy groups said no, that this needs to be brought up every year and keep this in front of folks and keep us aware of the problem. And I agree with that because the sexual assault statistics are nationwide are staggering. The Center for Disease Control National Intimate Partner and Sexual Violence Survey reports that 1 out of 5 women have been victims of violent sexual assault in their lifetime. That's 20%, Mr. President. But unfortunately, in Alaska, that number is even much higher. It's more like 33% have experienced, here in Alaska, have experienced sexual violence, and that's too much. That's way too much. Mr. President, all Alaskans deserve a life free from violence. Sexual assault of any kind should never be tolerated. Mr. President, again, I know you're tired, well, maybe not, of me bringing this forward every year, or maybe you like me doing it, I don't know. But, Mr. President, I have carried this resolution on sexual assault and awareness many times since I first was elected in 2001. And I know my colleague from Eagle River, who was the director of STAR, she's also brought it to the floor, as well as my colleague from Sand Lake. And I'm just happy to say every time we brought this resolution forward before the Senate, before this body, that it's always passed, and as my memory serves me right, it's always been unanimous, and I'm very proud of that this body has done that. And Mr. President, I urge all members of the Senate to vote yes and reaffirm the Senate's position, and to again recognize the seriousness and the importance of this issue. Thank you, Mr. President.